everybody, iShark2003 aka Camden here today, bringing you guys a new discussion video. And today I am talking about the 1.12 update for Minecraft PC and Mac editions. So yes, we have some new information regarding this update that was released by Jens Brigenston, which is also the lead developer of Minecraft, and most people know him as Jeb. And he has been posting some snapshots and some information on Twitter lately, and he actually has quite a bit. So, well, not quite a bit, but you know, lately he has been posting a few pictures. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing he shows isn't really that mysterious as some of the things that are coming up, and it says 1.12 work in progress, save/restore hotbar items in creative mode. And then the photo shows that you can save your hotbar in creative with the keys Shift and 3. So if you hold down Shift and the button 3, the number 3, it will save the items that are in your inventory, which I think is super helpful. Like, let's say you're in the middle of building a huge structure and it used like about 9 of the same materials. Yes, you can use the little like scrolly whatever it is on the mouse, the little scroll part where you can scroll up and down, and if you press that, it does get the block that you're looking at in your inventory. But I mean, if you had like a whole set of blocks and maybe, I don't know, you had to get it, I don't know, you wanted it a certain way, but it ended up getting different, you can just save it, the one that was before that you wanted, and then paste it back into your inventory, and bam, you've got that hotbar back. Yeah, I'm not very good at explaining it, but yeah, you probably get the idea from the photo here. Alright, and the next thing that he posted is where I start getting a little confused. So I'm trying to think, okay, what's this update gonna be? He released this. So even though it's not the first picture that he released, or the first information at that, it could have to do with something like building creative, something like that, because the first one was saving your hotbar, which it was minor, but this one shows a whole new like texture for the wool block. And I think that because he said palette test at Nini, Landon, and at Aronson, Joanne, I don't know, something like that. But it says the texture itself may need work, obviously. So it looks like the texture, okay, the texture isn't changed, but the color, the palette, the color scheme of the block has heightened in a way that makes it more bold, more blaring, in which he says the texture itself may need work, obviously, because it's like it doesn't look like it blends in, especially if you look at the black. It looks weird. The dark blue looks weird, and I think the yellow and the cyan blue look weird, in my opinion. Or no, that's light blue. The light blue looks like cyan blue wool. So yeah, it obviously needs some work. But yeah, on the left you got before, and on the right you've got after. So yeah, and then not too long after that, he sent another picture that kind of has to do with this, and it is of banners, and it says, here's another example of the palette, this time with exactly the same texture in both pictures. So it's the same texture, but they changed the color scheme in the palette of the of what's it called, the banners, and so it looks a lot more bold, a lot more blaring. I don't know why they're doing it. It looks kind of interesting on the banners, but not so much on the wool, because obviously they need to change the texture of the wool just so it fits a bit more properly. But yeah, I'm kind of intrigued to figure out what's this all about. Why they're changing up the color scheme of things. And then apparently people were confused or something, or they point something out, and he says people pointed out that some wool looked odd, pink in particular, which was more because of the texture changes than palette changes. So they changed the texture, I believe, in the before picture, and then that's kind of what with the same color scheme, and then they just updated the color scheme with that texture. So that's why it looked odd, he said, because it kind of looks the same if you think about it. But yeah, that's what he had to say about that. The color scheme changed once again, which, for who knows why, they decided to do that. And then, once again, this is what he posts. It says, WHIP, which also means work in progress, for MCPC 1.12 and MCPE 1.1. So the next update, or the next few updates for Pocket Edition, will also include some of this stuff, because Minecraft Pocket Edition actually just got to 1.1, I think. So in some future Pocket Edition updates, we'll see this too. And it says, based on the new palette, the noise needs some tweaking, but you get the idea. So as you can see, it's like they changed. I don't know what it means the noise needs tweaking, because I don't hear anything. It's just a picture. But it's a picture of the new wool, and I think it has the new textures in this picture, or maybe not. Maybe I'm just being silly. But it's got that, and then it also has another block underneath it, which most people are confused and getting it mixed up with clay, thinking, oh, they changed the clay palette as well. And then he did a follow-up post that said, for those of you wondering, we currently have no plans to change the hardened clay textures. And then after that, people were still confused, so he says, there seems to be a bit confusion about the screenshot. It shows wool in a completely new block. The hardened clay has not changed. So, it is not hardened clay. It's some new block that I don't know what it could be. Like, if you look at it closely, or from a distance, it does kind of look like clay. And if you zoom in, it kind of, the texture looks similar, but since it's such a far away look, you can't, it gets grainy the more you zoom in on it. So I can't really tell what it is. It could be, I don't know, like some type of, for some reason I'm thinking it's some type of dirt or some type of earth material that you get out of the ground. I don't think it's going to be something that you craft or anything, but I could be wrong. I could, like, it could be working on the texture a little bit or something like that to make it, you know, better. But also, if you look carefully, they're in a, I don't know if this means anything, but they're in a dark oak forest, because you can see some dark oak at the bottom left-hand corner and a mushroom at the top left-hand corner. So yeah, new colors, new palettes. So I don't know what this update's gonna be. It might be, I don't know, the colorful update, the creative update, the express yourself update. I don't know. It could be anything. So let me know in the comments what you think all of this stuff may be changed for, and what do you think the update itself will have. And also let me know what you think they will add in the future, because the past few updates have at least had one new mob in it. So I'm hoping that they add another mob. But they had the rabbits and the guardians and the elder guardian in 1.8. They had the shulker in 1.9. They had the polar bear in 1.10 and the llamas in 1.11. So I think they need to keep adding some new creatures, or at least I'd be satisfied if they just added another skin to another variation of a previous mob. Like, I'd love it if they added a calico cat, like in Minecraft story mode, or if they, I don't know, maybe made some new dog textures, or something cool like that. I think I'd be okay if they just did that, but I needed some change in mob, not a palette change, a color palette change in the mobs. But I'm just curious. So yeah, let me know what you think this all means. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. See you later, guys. Bye! Camden is Meowt.